Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. We had a good run, don't say we didn't. I was your first love, and you were my first one. Cheers to all the memories, the venom and the remedies, yeah. Promise I won't forget, yeah. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here tonight before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than just us. We gave it up, we had its time. So say bye baby, bye. I'll be, you'll be, yeah, we'll be fine. So let's call it a night, and that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. So baby, bye. It's for the best and you know why. You gotta leave me here right now before we make this even worse. It's gonna hurt even more than this does.
Oh, hey, hello, it's JulieJo. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. If you're not new here, welcome back. I'm trying to get my light fixed. Hold on. Unplug the accessory using too much power to re-enable USB devices. Well, brother, that's not a thing. Well, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Okay, well, give me a moment. Okay. So sorry. My light decided to stop working. I've got to get a new one. One of my best friends did get me for my birthday this little light thing, so we'll see if it works. I have such great friends. They're so sweet. Okay. Today, I'm so excited, y'all. Melissa Collins has been posting again on social media, like, you know, her videos. And she made a YouTube channel. I'm so pumped for this. Oh, okay. I'm sorry that y'all have to deal with this right now. But, you know, it is what it is. Boop. Is this gonna make a difference? Oh. Can I do this really quick? See how this thing's right there? Hold on. Please don't make this difficult for me. I'll cry. I'm gonna cry. Okay, and how do you turn it on? Okay. Okay. Now, how does one turn this shit on? Is it supposed to just come on? Oh, hold on. That's probably not helpful. I have the day off, lurking at work. Okay, hi, sorry. Technical difficulty, got it fixed. Well, not really, it's just my light, but whatever. You sound like me when I'm setting things up. Sorry. Okay, I had someone email me. What is their name? I need to give them a little shout out. I had someone email me. Foggy Pancake emailed me some bingo card designs, so I used them. However, there are a couple spots I have not filled that I would like your help with. So let me get that downloaded. It's so cute, by the way. They did such a fun job. Okay, I'm going to download just page 1. Download. Yeah, so Melissa Collins has recently made a new YouTube channel. I think it's new, or she just rebranded one. Here we go. So we're going to watch that. You're welcome. Here we go. Okay. So these are so cute. So you see they made the straight to jail. They also made this card in of itself. They made a why story card. That's the long story that they have right there. They made, do you hear an echo? Head is up the ass. Is there another one that they did? They did a few more that doesn't go with Melissa Collins, but we'll go with others. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put myself down here and put Melissa Collins above. Woohoo! Oh, hasn't it been so long? Who's been here since the Melissa Collins live days? Who was here for the Brandon, the Diaper Division losers? Who was here for that? I'd love to see. Okay. Listen, that'll work. Okay. Member for 27 months. Hey, thank you so much, Tanya. Over 2 years. Hope all is well. JJ cannot wait for more MC. I know, me too. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. So we need 2 more. So when we're thinking of Melissa Collins, what do y'all feel will work best? We need 2 more. I'm going to go through them. Remember the planner? Do I remember the planner? I still have that fucking planner. Where is it? It's under my bed. I have like my bed lifts up. It's under my bed because it's like 20 pounds or whatever. Straight to jail, spells word wrong. The face. Bible verse. Says she is a millionaire. Acts like she is an expert. Holy FTC/FDA violation. Why story. Says or does something weird. Says all the things. Says something a child will get as a mic drop. Free space. I'll take a word salad, please. Says a word wrong. Yeah, we're just about to get there. Says nothing about lab. Okay, that's specific. Says nothing about lab. Do you hear an echo? Gives us nothing. Humble brag. Shades another MLM. Nova. That's for you. That one right there. Boom, boom, boom. Says something dumb. Brings up God. Fear tactics. And says wealth 3 or more times. So we need 2 more. Tells us to use ChatGPT. That's a pretty good one. Something about Brandon. Oh, y'all want to do the planner content? Acts like she's the best mom ever. Her husband insults someone. So her husband isn't on this one. I hope not. God, I'm not prepared to listen to him fucking chat. What did Nova, the ChatGPT one? That's a mugshot pause. Okay. Okay, these are good. These are good. Yes. The problem with the mugshot pause is that she's so small on this video. Says something about Chat GPT. Wow, wouldn't it be like so sick if I could spell? Oh my god, how did I get a degree? Can't spell shit. There we go. I can spell shit, but I can't spell shit. You know what I mean? Something about tough love, retire your spouse, lady-splain something that she knows nothing about. Yeah, I agree. Rehamla. Casual bragging. Okay. We have one more manifestation. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to think. Also, tell me why I didn't notice all the misspellings on her fucking video that I reacted to. Now tell me why. I think I might be as smart as Melissa Collins. This is like nothing before. Okay, I like that one because she always does say that her shit is new. Okay, we're good. We're good to go. Give me a second. Give me a second. Okay, let me move this. Okay, sorry. Since it's a new card, I'm having to like shift some things around. Okay. Download. Okay, here we go. So excited. So excited. Now, what? You were tired? Me? I am tired currently. Do we have the therapist one? Oh, shit. Okay, Salty's right. I'm going to take out says nothing about lab to therapy speak in a weird way. Okay. No, that one's too good, Salty. You're right. I do need to do that one. Oh, no, don't be doing that. Could we just get it together? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Now we're ready to go. Now let's take a look at this new card, shall we? It's loading. Excuse me. Boom, bam. Alrighty. Now what I need to do is to get this video. Oh, Melissa. Okay, so her new YouTube channel is called, it's called Melissa Collins. Hold on. What else about it? So let's see how far her videos go back. Okay, 1 year ago, why gratitude matters. And then 1 month ago, and then 1 month, 3 weeks, 11 days, 5 days, 20 hours ago. So, depending. Okay, I do have to do a YouTube downloader. Sorry, I was out with a friend, and I did not get back quick enough time to be able to do all of this in a timely manner. So if you'll excuse me for being 1, late, and 2, not timely, I would greatly appreciate that. Download. If you're facing an issue, please click the download. Okay. Y'all, could I just not have issues with it? Could it just work? Period. Okay, here we go. Got it. Now we're going to start. Excuse me. Sorry, everybody. Move. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you very much. Video file. Wealthy upgrade. Oh, okay. Let's try that one more again. That's what it's called. Wealthy upgrade. I don't know how to feel about it. So this is the first installment of the videos that she's been doing. When I did the edited video, that was the second video because I didn't realize she had done a first one. So that is currently, we're about to watch the first one of that entire quote unquote series that she has going. I just appreciate that she's back. You know, I appreciate that I can react to her again. Now, will this work?
Hey.
Oh, here we go.
All right. Let me get this. No. I am recording on one and my slides are on another. So this should be really exciting. You guys know how much I love slides if you've ever come to one of my trainings before. And the amount I love slides is I don't love slides. But I think they're important for here. So we are going to get through this.
Yes, don't forget to like the stream, please. And here we go.
Together today. All right. So for those of you who don't know me, I built multiple 6-figure months in a super calm way. And what
in a super calm way. Excuse me, hold on.
Nobody that's going places in life, by the way, wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
I'm sorry. Was that not you and your husband? Was that not you and your husband? Right. Fucking wild of you to say. Super calm way. Ma'am, you were bitching us out all day, every day. And I loved it. Don't get me wrong. I loved it. But you were. Okay. Let's see. She said 6-figure, which is an FTC violation. I guess we should mark it off. Help, police. Oh, ACAB. ACAB. Holy FTC violation. Girl, you can't be going around saying you made multiple 6-figure businesses in a calm way. That's just a straight up lie. I'm surprised she didn't say she's a millionaire, but we'll see. We'll see where the cookie crumbles. All right, updating the board. Let's watch.
What I learned really quickly is this. Making money is never going to be the hard part. Holding it is. And I don't even mean keeping it. I mean being somebody who can make that amount of money is hard. A couple of years ago, I made $87,000 in a 24-hour period. And I had a complete nervous breakdown. And that's when I really realized, like, people need this training because, and we'll talk about it a little bit later, but the reality is the nervous system shifts must come before the money or you're going to have a problem. Okay. And so making money is not the hard part. Holding it is. I got really, really intentional about studying capacity.
As says, hello, beautiful people. JJ, I'm trying to sleep. Got a 4:30 a.m. flight tomorrow. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you, Ez. Just be on the replay crew and enjoy. Thank you so much for being here.
Right. Studying the physiologically and psychologically and structurally and what actually allows someone to sustain income growth without chaos. Now, part of what I'm going to be discussing tonight includes a business I started in October. Many of you know, and many of you are part of it, called Legal Shield. And I want to be transparent and upfront about that because what I found, I've done these trainings for years, this wealth building training, nervous system training, how to be rich, how to make money. Many of you have been to lots of those. But what I found is that Legal Shield is one of the most inexpensive ways to upgrade your life infrastructure that I've ever seen. I used to use the example of underwear. Okay, we're at a different level now. So we're going to go deep into nervous system regulation, identity, and capacity today. And I'm going to show you how to structure, including access to legal services, plays into that, right? You need to understand how it plays into that. But this isn't some kind of pitch training or even a pitch, really. But I think it's important to discuss. So this is about preparing you to increase your income the right way.
Now, I definitely don't want to mark it off yet because I feel like we have a good one coming, but therapy speak in a weird way. I mean, we've entered the chat. Also, I need someone counting the word wealth. Let me know when we've hit it 3 or more times, please and thank you. Here we go.
And if you're serious about growth, then this conversation seriously matters. Most people say they want more money, but what they actually want is the idea of money. Because no one talks about what's going to happen to your nervous system.
What the fuck? She said, most people say they want more money, but really they just want the idea of more money. No, we want more money. It's like, what do you mean? Sister, what are you saying?
When your income actually increases. When your income jumps dramatically, your visibility also increases. Your responsibility increases. Your risk increases. Your expectations increase. And your body does not interpret that as success. It interprets it as change. The nervous system hates sudden change, period. If you're not prepared internally, you will sabotage this externally. Today isn't about how to make more money. It's about how to become the person who can safely hold more money. So I want to talk about something that no one is going to prepare you for.
That no one's going to prepare you for. Listen to this. I want to talk about something that no one's going to prepare you for. Acts like an expert. Listen to me. Listen to me. Melissa Collins, you're not going to tell me something that someone else hasn't already told me. Nothing new under the sun, babe. You're not going to tell me something I haven't heard before because you don't come up with these things. You take them from others. In my opinion, Melissa Collins just steals all of this. And that's how I feel about Kelsey Lane Little as well. Just steals all of her shit from other people. In my opinion, I can't prove it, but if you're listening, it's pretty obvious. I can count wealth. What are we up to? I don't know if we've had one yet. This is so culty. Absolutely. Hey, Jude. Oh my gosh, Liz, thank you so much for this super chat. That's so kind. I really, really appreciate it. Liz said, oh no, ma'am, she isn't MLM shilling legal stuff. Is she? Ma'am, this lawyer will be reporting you if you were swindling people at all. You get her. Hell yeah, she's doing Legal Shield. I don't know a ton about it. It is something that I've wanted to look into. I kind of have it on a list as a video to do to actually go over the whole lab situation, Melissa Collins, Brandon, kind of what they've done in this situation, and then introduce Legal Shield, which is currently what they're doing. So thank you so much again. That is so generous.
What actually happens when your income increases? Because most people in this room, drop a yes if you want more money. Drop a yes in the comments. I'm not looking at the comments. So if you're asking questions, I'm not looking at them right now, or I'm going to get completely sidetracked. We're going to be here till like 6 p.m. and I actually want to go get a bite to eat. So I don't know about y'all, but I want to get through this. Okay. So drop a yes if you want more money. The truth is, though, wanting more money and being prepared to hold more money, having the capacity to hold more money, are two totally, completely different things. I remember when my income jumped fast. That day I had an $87,000 day. Everyone else celebrated, but internally I started checking my phone more. I started watching numbers. I started thinking about maintaining it. I started feeling responsible for it, and I realized something really uncomfortable, that it wasn't about money. It was about capacity. When you make more, you have more to lose. And if your nervous system does not feel...
I'm going to tell you something right now, Melissa. This is for Melissa. If you're not Melissa, please hang out and listen. Please stay, actually. If you're trying to tell me that having more money makes things harder, I don't want to fucking hear it. Now, I get the nuance of having more money can make things difficult, but the privilege of having more money can absolutely take a lot of stress off your back, because a lot of us struggle with income, and a lot of our struggles are based on money. A lot of our stress, a lot of our anxiety is based on money. So I'm sorry, but miss me with that shit. Okay? Okay.
Safe at that level, you unconsciously shrink it back. Let me ask you something honestly. If your income doubled next month, would you actually stay calm? If you made $100,000 next month, would you actually stay calm? Sounds fun, but if you've never done it, you're going to have to trust me on what will actually happen internally to your body.
Now, how do you know? Like, what gives you the right, Melissa, to talk about internally what happens to our body? Because of your experience? Your experience doesn't mean shit to me.
Or do you think you might start checking your phone more? Would you start thinking about how to maintain this money? Would you feel pressure to prove that it wasn't luck? This is where most people collapse. Not because they aren't capable, but because they aren't regulated.
Regulated. All right. I can't help but mark off therapy speak. Therapy speak in a weird way. It's so weird. Could you stop, Melissa? She really is playing therapist. And that's new. Because Melissa used to just play, I'm going to give it straight tough love. But now she's stepped into this therapist role and uses all these buzzwords that when therapists use them, makes sense. But when she uses it, it's manipulative. I would love to make 100K in 1 month. All my shit would be paid off. My house would be paid off. We would get a car or two so we can get around again, and our fucking shit would be paid off. And it would make a huge difference in your lives, especially when it comes, well, for me, when it comes to stress, anxiety, like so much would be handled. If your money doubles, you used to hire a real lawyer and accountant. Yes. I can't believe this isn't a bit. That's so true. If my income doubles next month, I would be so calm instead of deeply stressed out. I am now, right? Yeah, says something dumb. You're right, Juniper. But I feel like she's going to say something dumb again.
Most people are not limited by opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere. If you live in the United States, there's gold in these streets, okay?
Hold on. What was that? Hold on. Ready?
Capable, but because they aren't regulated.
I missed your milestone chat. Oh my gosh, I did. Kat, the research wrangler. I'm so sorry. Thank you for letting me know. Member for 3 months. JJ Bingo Lives are the best. Kat, you're always so nice to me. Thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. I really appreciate it. And I always love seeing you in the chat, which you know. Thank you for letting me know about it, by the way. So I need y'all to prepare for what she just said, okay? Here we go.
Most people are not limited by opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere. If you live in the United States, there's gold in these streets, okay?
I would like to know who agrees with that. All right, Critically Law, thank you so much for dropping by. Yes, Melissa's back. Okay, let's listen again.
Capable, but because they aren't regulated. Most people are not limited by opportunity. There's opportunity everywhere. If you live in the United States, there's gold in these streets, okay?
Tell me that your head is so far up your ass and that you don't give a shit about anybody else in the world but yourself. You're telling me that you believe that there are gold in these streets? There's terror and depression and fear in these streets? Period. Gold for whomps? BlackRock, other billionaire companies. Yeah, gold for them, none for us. That's how this shit works. Holy moly. Melissa, what happened the past several months? Where did you go? What did you do? I'm going to mark off says something dumb, because I do believe what she just said is dumb and shitty, but what are you going to do? I don't have dumb and shitty. I just have dumb. Gold in these streets. Could you imagine believing that? Coming from her place of privilege has got to be a wild place to be.
Okay? Opportunities come to you all the time. Now, whether you're someone who takes them or doesn't take them, that's a whole other training and a whole different discussion. But opportunity is everywhere. Most people are limited by the size of their nervous system. And when income expands faster than identity, and this happens at every level, this doesn't have to be, oh, I make $100,000 a month. Sometimes I see this in my business when people make their first $100. Okay, their system goes into fight or flight. When income expands faster than identity, the body constricts. And when the body constricts, people create chaos. So if you're serious about increasing your income, you have to increase your capacity first. Today isn't going to be about hype. It's going to be about becoming the kind of person who can hold more without breaking.
Where do y'all think she went for the last year? Because this is a rebrand, okay? This is not the same Melissa that we've always covered. She's not yelling. She's not she's intense, but in a different way. She's coming from, instead of tough love, listen to me, bitch. It's more of like, okay, I am your educator, your teacher, your Delulu land. You know what? I second that. What the hell is she talking about? What the fuck is she going on about? Right. No idea. Well, forced therapy. What the fuck kind of income training is this? Y'all are like, what the hell? Hold on. Let's rewind. We all need to relive this again. Okay.
Fight or flight. When income expands faster than identity, the body constricts. And when the body constricts, people create chaos. So if you're serious about increasing your income, you have to increase your capacity first. Today isn't going to be about hype. It's going to be about becoming the kind of person who can hold more without breaking. That's leadership. You guys, a lot of you guys are always asking me like, Melissa, how can you do so much? How can you hold so much? I'm explaining it to you today.
How can you hold so much? Well, it's easy when you use people to hold it up. When you're at the top of the pyramid and you have a fuck ton of people underneath you holding everything up for you, come on now. She's not carrying shit. She has all these people underneath her that she's using, manipulating, scamming, in my opinion. All these people that are holding everything up for her. She's not holding anything but like a pina colada or something in wherever. Honestly, I think a lot of those photos are AI, but I could be wrong. Your body constricts when you're constipated too. Home more without breaking, that's leadership. No, that's crash out in the making. That is very true. Oh, y'all are so funny. And I mean this in the worst way. What the fuck is she talking about? Mackenzie, I think you are all of us. We are you. Great, now I want a cocktail. Oh my gosh.
I went through this process. I walked through this process, and my survival, okay, it's my testimony. And so I have a master's degree in this because I have done it. And so I have a master's degree in this because I have done. And so I have a master's degree in this because I have done.
No. No, you don't. No, people literally have master's degrees in leadership. You do not. I am not going to say, yes, you scammer Melissa Collins. Master's degree in what? Bullshit? Yeah. You don't have, you know what? Actually, let's give something to her. Okay. I think she does have a master's degree, but it's in deception. It's in deception. There's no leadership from Melissa Collins. It's always deception. It's taking words, phrases, things that she knows are important to people and using that to manipulate those people for her benefit. God. Is she saying master's degree or bastard's degree? She's a bully, period. Yeah.
Done it, and I've done it multiple times. I've done it and screwed it all up, and I've done it and held onto it in a peaceful way where I have a ton of capacity. I operate 3 multi-million-dollar businesses all at the same time. And I'm just telling you what that takes is increasing capacity. Here's how this usually shows up. And where, and this is where I'm going to probably confront you a little bit. When your income expands faster than your nervous system can regulate, you start creating explanations.
What?
You tell yourself that it was just you're tired, or you tell yourself you're overwhelmed. We hear it in the MLM industry all the time. Oh, I'm just burned out. I have PTSD. You tell yourself something must be wrong. Some of you even start convincing yourselves that
She said millionaire, but multi-million version. Oh, okay. Well, then she said it. Yeah. Where did it go? Is someone counting wealth? Says she's a millionaire. Okay, here we go. Download. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna press play.
you're physically sick. Your sleep changes, your heart feels like it's racing, you feel on edge, and instead of recognizing it as expansion, you label it as dysfunction. And then what you do, you pull back, you slow down, and you shrink to feel safe again. Now listen.
Hold on. I gotta hear that again. What the fuck?
As expansion.
Hold on. This is a weird take.
In the MLM industry all the time. Oh, I'm just burned out. I have PTSD. You tell yourself something must be wrong. Some of you even start convincing yourselves that you're physically sick. Your sleep changes, your heart feels like it's racing, you feel on edge, and instead of recognizing it as expansion, you label it as dysfunction. And then what you do,
Yes, because those are all signs from your body. Your body's telling you something. I feel like this is a fear tactic. I agree. That's such an, well, I want to say it's such a weird take, but it is Melissa Collins, and I do think she's using like some kind of fear tactic. I don't know. What your body is doing is telling you something. It's communicating something with you. Something is not right. Something feels different and not in a good way. We all know what feeling good feels like compared to feeling bad. Some of us do struggle with, like different disorders and whatnot. So some of us feel bad a lot of the time. However, there's feeling bad and feeling worse. We all understand the idea of some days you feel better than others. If your sleep pattern changes, if your heart starts racing, if these things happen, please go to the doctor. And if they're like, hey, it's just anxiety, go to therapy. Talk to someone about this. Don't just give up and say, yeah, you're right. This is so weird to act like that's normal and good. It's not. Your body is telling you to go, get help, do something different, change something.
You pull back, you slow down, and you shrink to feel safe again.
Regulate. You pull back and you regulate to feel safe again. Your body's telling you, hey, this is a bit much. We need to do something about this. Oh yes, happy Friday the 13th, everybody. Hey, fluffy duck butt.
Now listen carefully. Not everything is a nervous system issue. Obviously, I know physical issues exist, but I see this all the time in coaching high level, high impact, specifically women. But many high achievers mistake expansion systems for breakdown. When responsibility increases, your system becomes like more alert.
Okay. Let me hear that again. I need to hear that one more time. I'm not sorry I keep rewinding. I want to listen.
But many high achievers mistake expansion systems for breakdown.
They mistake expansion systems for breakdowns? So what she's saying is when you feel like you're having a breakdown, in reality, you're just expanding. She's just word salading. Yeah, I don't know what is happening. I'll take a word salad, please. I just marked that off. So expansions system instead of a breakdown. You should be seeing it as an expansion of who you are. Think about that. Your body's saying, hey, something's wrong, dude. Let's get it together. Hey, we're going in overdrive. We're not feeling good. All these things are happening. And she says, embrace it. Keep going, expand in your mind. And your body's like, bro, we're gonna break down. This is not gonna be good. Except you don't accept that breakdown. You ignore your body and you push and push and push until your body gives up. It's done. Your body will do it for you if you don't do it, for the record. Your body will break down for you without your decision, without saying, yeah, body, do it, if you don't stop and take care of it. I had a patient need an echo today and thought of you, JJ. Oh, fluffy duck butt. Thank you. I wish I got into echo simply because they make more money. But I do love my pediatric ultrasounds, not going to lie. Wow, I saw some of you use the word dangerous. I agree. This is dangerous.
When responsibility increases, your system becomes like more alert. That alertness is not a weakness. It's recalibration.
Oh.
Where I see people fail all the time is that they convince themselves that it's a weakness and they don't recognize it as recalibration. And if you don't understand that recalibration, you're absolutely going to sabotage growth every single time. Here's where most people misinterpret what's happening. They think I'm overwhelmed, I'm burnt out, I'm anxious, I'm sick. But what's actually happening is this: your nervous system is adjusting to a new level of exposure and responsibility.
For the record, your nervous system doesn't necessarily do that. And when it does, it's not without consequence. I think that a lot of the reason, I feel like I'm going to say this, and I feel like it's because I've heard that it's true. I think a lot of women and AFAB people end up with chronic illness because of the stress that society puts on them. And so over time, what happens is they do what Melissa Collins is saying. They recalibrate to accept more stress. And then eventually your body makes you stop. Your lungs are just adjusting to the water. That's good. Oh my gosh. This is not good.
If you shrink here, your income will shrink with you. If you regulate here, your income will stabilize. When your income increases rapidly, your environment is going to change. And your nervous system responds to environmental change the same way it responds to threat, like fight or flight. not because it's bad. And here's where the problem comes in, okay? Because other people around you will
If your body's responding with fight or flight mode, something's off, okay?
be like, why are you acting like this? You said you wanted to make $50,000 a month and you just started making $60,000 a month. Or you said you wanted to make an extra $500 a month. Why are you reacting like this? Other people looking in from the outside will be part of the problem. Okay? Your nervous system is not doing this because it's bad. It's doing it because it's new. And then
Other people looking at it from the outside will be part of the problem, right? Isolate yourself from those people. Don't listen. Isolate. She wants you to isolate yourself from people who don't agree with what she says.
you start doing in your own head is, what the hell is wrong with me? What kind of a selfish, horrible person am I? I'm getting everything I want and I'm still not happy. There's something wrong with me. This is why I say in trainings all the time, if you actually got everything you wanted tomorrow, you would screw it all up because you're not ready.
Okay, yeah, straight to jail. Straight to jail, Melissa. What is happening? Also, she was kind of yelling at us. Did y'all notice? Straight to jail. I cannot. I am surprised by this. I will say. I'm pretty shocked at what she's saying because I feel like I could pause it every 2 seconds and just say, well, this is ridiculous. This is wild. Why would you say this? Blah, blah, blah. Citation needed, right? Let's see. Does not knowing what nervous system does count as saying it wrong? Yes, shrimps. This is a straight to jail at this point, for sure.
You're not ready. You have to take action first to create this space. Here's what's happening physiologically. Your brain increases vigilance, which creates a cortisol rise, adrenaline rises. This is physiology. It's happening inside your body. It is real. You probably have people around you telling you it's not real. It is real. It's physiologically happening to you. Your system becomes more alert. And that alertness, it feels like anxiety, but it's not necessarily anxiety. Often it's activation.
Thank you, Kat, the research wrangler. JJ, a quick skim of papers. The NIH seems to suggest that, yes, stress-induced chronic illness is more common in AFAB people. Thank you. I thought I heard it from a credible source. I just couldn't verify it in this moment. So thank you for going and looking that up.
When cortisol increases, your sleep can change. And when adrenaline increases, your heart rate can feel elevated. When vigilance...
Yeah. I'm sorry. We know that, right? Like when adrenaline increases, your heart rate increases. Well, yeah. Yeah. Captain Obvious is talking to us now.
increases, you check your phone more. That does not automatically mean you're sick. It does not automatically mean that you're burnt out. It means your body is trying to recalibrate to a higher level of responsibility.
Yeah, the echo's so freaking loud. I mean, at this point, her head is so far up her ass, her neck is probably in there as well. So do you hear an echo? Head is up their ass. Done. I'm honestly like, I didn't think Melissa would surprise me. But what I feel like she did in the past few years, in the past like year, was chat GPT as much psychological shit as she could, and then saved it and decided to use it to make other people think that them having a crash out, breaking down, fight or flight, nervous system issue, whatever it is actually normal. And that you need to push through. I think she laid it out in the sun on the equator.
If you interpret activation as danger, you'll pull back. If you don't learn to recognize what this is, you'll pull back. If you interpret activation as expansion, you'll regulate and stabilize.
See, this therapy speak is so dangerous. You should not be doing this in a way to... Like, I don't think using therapy speak is necessarily wrong if you're using it appropriately in the right setting, especially talking about yourself. Hey, here's how I regulate. Here's how I do this or whatever. But when you're trying to teach people and make what you're saying impactful for them using therapy speak, not as a therapist, but simply to deceive people into benefiting yourself, it is so dangerous. You cannot do that shit. Melissa, you cannot do this shit.
That's the shift. This is where high achievers lose momentum. They misdiagnose expansion as breakdown. They think something's wrong. They start Googling symptoms. They get on WebMD. Next thing you know, they're getting 45 blood tests. They're at the doctor. They're getting new medication. They start questioning their capacity. Sometimes they make themselves physically ill. They shrink. But wealthy people understand something different. And it's really important that you learn this before you go create the income increase.
Okay, that phrase was weird. Wealthy people have learned something different. So when I hear her say that, what I hear is her saying wealthy people have learned to take control of their emotions, of their anxiety. Wealthy people increase capacity, not excuses. So she's saying wealthy people's mental health, we have increased the ability to do what we do. Yeah, right. Exactly. Wealthy people are not inherently better or smarter than you. Now she's minimizing the doctor, of course. But what she's saying is wealthy people are. Well, wealthy people, if you're wealthy, you have been able to overcome this type of excuse. You've been able to overcome this anxiety. There's no such thing as privilege, essentially, in my opinion, is what she's saying. And also that wealthy people can't and don't have mental health issues. The worst thing that happens if you get blood testing is that they find out you're fine. I would count it as what, Salty? After you look at the damn, yeah, they are all wealthy people. Yeah, the files. Yeah, fuck. Yeah. If we count wealthy as wealth, that's our first. Oh, true. We'll count wealthy as wealth. Good. Okay, thank you, bibliophile.
When the body activates, wealthy people don't panic. They regulate. They recognize it. They know what it is. They've seen it before and they've regulated before. They build structure. They increase protection. They increase support. They don't retreat. Let that sit for a minute.
No. Listen to me, Melissa. Hold on.
Go create the income increase. When the body activates, wealthy people don't panic. They regulate. They recognize it. They know what it is. They've seen it before and they've regulated before. They build structure. They increase protection. They increase support. They don't retreat. Let that sit for a minute.
You sound like a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, to be frank, but she sounds like a fucking idiot. Let's listen to that shit again. Oh my God, this is my bread and butter. Here we go.
Go create the income increase. When the body activates, wealthy people don't panic. They regulate. They recognize it. They know what it is. They've seen it before and they've regulated before. They build structure. They increase protection. They increase support. They don't retreat. Let that sit for a minute.
So essentially what she's saying is if you're not wealthy, you don't know how to do that. And to become wealthy, you have to learn how to regulate. You have to learn all these, this is giving some weird type of eugenics. Is it just me? Is anybody else getting eugenics? Are we at 3 yet? Fuck, I don't know. No, I don't think so. I think we're still at 2. But I don't know. I'm getting this weird. There's something here. I was very well off at 50 years old. My system shut down and I had my first of many panic attacks. And I've been working through mental health issues for 10 years now. TL, congratulations on taking care of your mental health and like really stepping in and working on it. I can imagine that was terrifying. So thanks for sharing that with us, by the way. Only two. Okay. The DNA of money. It's like, okay. Yeah. It's giving eugenics kind of. Yeah. There's something that it's giving that is similar to eugenics, but now we're talking about wealthy people. And this is why it's so dangerous to use therapy speak when you're talking like this, because I mean, essentially like someone who's poor can't have good mental health. It's giving conservative. Yeah, no, absolutely. Of course. It's all right. I'm crossing some shit off here. Okay. says or does something weird. Has she said anything about Chat GPT? Anyway. Oh, you know what? I should mark off this is like nothing before, because she said at the beginning what she's going to teach us. Hold on, where are we? 11:24. Hold on. Where is it? Yeah, the part no one prepares you for. So no one's prepared us for this. Okay, I'm marking that off too. Because yeah, that makes sense. This is like nothing before. So no one's prepared us for this. Okay, here we go. There we go. A couple extra clicks with this new one. Okay, here we are.
For a minute. Because expansion always comes with activation. So if you're going to increase your income, you're going to have activation and you're going to react to it one way or the other. You're either prepared or you're not prepared. Activation is not a signal to stop. It's a signal to stabilize. There's a predictable pattern that happens when income increases quickly, okay? And if you don't understand the pattern, you're going to misinterpret it when it happens. We're going to walk through the 4 phases and you can see which one you've lived in. This is the exciting part, right? This is the part we all actually think we want and think it will stay in. You close the deal, the numbers are rising, the volume's up, you feel sharp, you have...
I'm sorry. Is that a misspelled word? Give me a second. Is that a misspelled word?
Exciting part, right? We're going to walk through the 4 phases and you can see which one you've lived in. This is the exciting part, right? This is the part we all actually think we want and think it will stay in. You close the deal, the numbers are rising.
Is that supposed to be expansion, but it's a pansion? Why is all of her shit misspelled? I didn't think ChatGPT misspelled stuff like this. Melissa, do you look at your shit? What is this? A pansion? Damn, you made that way too easy. I honestly didn't know if we were gonna get it. Spells word wrong, marked off. I didn't think we were gonna get it. I was like, okay, well, you would think she would look through her shit. You know what I wonder? I wonder if she's reading from ChatGPT currently. Like if, ChatGPT made this or whatever, and then she's also simultaneously reading what ChatGPT is telling her to say. Like she said, okay, ChatGPT, write, make a thing for me to read off for this training, talking about this, and this. I wonder, ChatGPT misspells all the time in images. Oh, that's what y'all are saying. Okay, that makes sense. Wealthy people can't spell, apparently. I guess not. Guess not. So I think currently she's probably reading off ChatGPT when doing this. The amount of boxes we have marked off and we don't have a bingo yet? Wild. Y'all are so fucking funny.
Volume's up. You feel sharp. You have ideas. You move fast. This is dopamine, and dopamine feels powerful. But dopamine is not stability. Expansion feels incredible, but it's temporary chemistry, and chemistry always corrects. And that's when phase 2 hits.
Chemistry always corrects. Well, not really. Some of our chemistry's fucked up. Because the idea that the human body works perfectly every time is just not true.
Constriction. This is where the recalibration begins. This is where you either win or you lose everything. Sleep starts to get lighter. You wake up thinking about the business. You feel alert. You feel responsible. Some of you start thinking something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Your nervous system is adjusting to a new responsibility level.
Hey, Melissa, could you make this shit bigger? Why is it so small? Why are you so small? And why is this so small? I can't read it for shit.
This is the moment where most people misinterpret expansion.
Why didn't you have chemistry correct your PowerPoint? David G. Thanks for being in this chat. I adore that.
As stress. And then we have self-sabotage. If you're not ready to identify what's happening and your nervous system is not prepared for it, this is 100% what you will do. And if you really think about it, you look around, like a lot of you that have been in the MLM industry, look around at leaders it was real weird when one left. Did you notice signs like this? Because, everybody wants to answer why they left. They make up a story, they come up with a story, but very often this is what it is. It was.
Melissa, why did you leave lab? Did you leave lab? I wouldn't know. You haven't said shit about it in a year. Why did lab go affiliate when you said it wouldn't? Why haven't you said anything about it? You're talking about leaders leaving and you're like, self-sabotage. What about you? Why? How can someone be the CMO of a company, chief marketing officer, and say nothing about the company for a year? How is that possible? Also, she's giving us absolutely nothing. Oop. And we got our first bingo, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, hold on. I will do all the claps and stuff, but since I'm right here, I'm just going to go ahead and do our little mark. Beep, beep. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. All right. We have our first bingo. If you have felt like a loser, right? If you felt like a loser, you're no longer a loser. No. You could have lost everything all day long. You could have failed all day long. But now you're a fucking winner. Look at that. Look at that bingo. Good job, everybody. Well done. All right, that's enough for the clapping. I think they got divorced. Brandon hasn't posted on. No, they haven't gotten divorced. Promise. He still posts pics on Instagram. Yeah. Bong the gong. Y'all are the best.
Self-sabotage. This phase is subtle. It does not look dramatic. It looks like small decisions. They start arguing. You start distracting yourself. You start spending in ways that don't make sense. You avoid the big moves because chaos feels familiar. When peace feels unfamiliar, people create chaos. This is where income collapses. But the good news is there's a fourth phase. If you can get here, integration. This is what wealthy people do different. This is what they know how to do so they can expand and expand and expand multiple times. Now, for me, I had to learn this lesson multiple times.
This is what wealthy people do different? Structure, legal protection, delegation.
Times in my life, I had to have expansion, screw it all up.
That's our third wealth? Hell yeah. We have says wealth 3 or more times, officially marked off. Bum, bum. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, download. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bibli file.
Another expansion, screw it all up, have another expansion, screw it all up to get to the point where I understood what was actually happening, the patterns happening in my life, so that I could get to integration. Wealthy people don't retreat, they integrate. They build structure, they tighten contracts, they increase protection, they clean up loose ends, they stabilize.
Crazy cat lady, you know. I actually did not see that. They're a therapist / doctor, but that would have been a good one. Sorry that I missed it. You're not a loser. You're a winner. Wealthy's at 4. Michaela coming in with the 4. Hey, Michaela.
Integration is how income becomes identity. This is where expansion becomes baseline.
So sorry to pause so quickly, but Melody, I think you're saying it perfectly. What she's saying is poverty is a skill issue. You heard it here first. Yeah, poverty is a skill issue is what she's saying. That is exactly it. Damn. Okay, I did rewind it because I want to hear that shit again.
Understood what was actually happening, the patterns happening in my life, so that I could get to integration. Wealthy people don't retreat, they integrate. They build structure, they tighten contracts, they increase protection, they clean up loose ends, they stabilize. Integration is how income becomes identity. This is where expansion becomes baseline. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes, and probably many of you on here are making. They chase the income shift, they chase the strategy, they chase the opportunity, and they wait for expansion to force them to grow. That, my friends, is backwards. And I'm glad that you're here hearing this, and I hope that you take some of the action steps I give you.
Perfect. Now we have our next one, says something a child will get as a mic drop. Also, I'm going to count that as a humble brag. I'm marking 2 off. Why? Because I want another fucking bingo. And ding, 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 we just got one. We definitely deserved this a long time ago, not going to lie. We deserved these bingos a long time. You know, if I have to sit here and listen to her bitch about this shit and lie to our faces, I'm going to mark the bingos off whenever I want, which is currently right now. Oh, I don't want to download both videos or both slides. Just one. Perfect. Download. So, you know my spiel. If you felt like a loser all day, you're not anymore. You're a winner. And you know, actually, it could be worse. You could be in a multi-level marketing company scamming people. Yeah. You could be Melissa Collins. And while you would have more money, you would have also had a lobotomy. Oh, come on. That joke was priceless. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay. I know. I'm doing the claps way too much.
To increase your income sustainably, you have to build the capacity before the income jump happens. The fastest way to increase your income is not to chase more tactics. It's to expand your nervous system's ability to hold more.
No, it's not. It's to get more people underneath you in your MLM. How do you expand your income fast? You get more people in your MLM pyramid scheme. Oh, thank you, Tiger Kitten. You're so sweet.
I'm going to say that again to you because I need you to hear it. Write this down.
Write it down.
The fastest way to increase your income is not to chase more tactics. It's to expand your nervous system's ability to hold more.
Scam people to join your downline. Got it. See, I can read it. I can say a second language or understand a second language. It's called bossbabe bitching. Probably something better. I could have probably said a better joke.
Many of you are already in an opportunity.
I never crossed off says a word wrong. What did she say? JJ, I haven't been here in a long while, and I'm just so happy to see how much you've grown into yourself and how much happier you seem. We love to see it. Oh, Carlin, I do remember you. That is so sweet. Thank you for saying that. I am significantly happier than I've ever been, probably. So I'm really glad that you'll see that. That makes me happy. Michaela, what have I done wrong, please? I want to cross off another box.
You don't need to go chase the next shiny thing. You don't need a new funnel. You don't need a new system. You don't need a new approach. You don't need a new way. You probably don't even need 10,000 new followers. You probably first need to expand your nervous system's ability to hold more. When your system feels safe at a higher level, you stop leaking opportunity.
Question. So are you saying that when someone wins the lottery, their capacity has been expanded and that's why they won? She said a pansion earlier. Did she say a pansion or it said expansion? I think she said expansion, but it was spelled a pansion, and that's why I marked off spells word wrong. Did she actually say that word? Ooh, Scooter. This is true. Wealthy people are mostly born, not made. That's true. And thank you so much for the super chat. That is so generous and sweet of you. Thanks for being in this chat, Scooter. I appreciate it. And I do agree. She did not. So she did not. Okay. So she just spelled expansion wrong. No, I heard her say expansion. Okay. All right. No worries.
You stop shrinking. You stop misdiagnosing expansion as breakdown. And income rises to match your capacity. This is how wealthy people scale calmly.
Calmly.
If you prepare your body, your identity, and your structure before the income shifts, the income shift will feel more normal when it comes. That's the actual secret. Most people build.
My dad is a wealthy man, okay? No, he doesn't share his wealth, for the record, but he's pretty wealthy. And this man, his mental health capacity, let's just say, it's not great. So no, Melissa, this is not true. Capacity first, income second. Melissa. My father's also in his 70s, so he's had plenty of time to build wealth. And he bought a house for cheap. So, when it was first around, he's like one of those like boomers. Respectfully, if you're a boomer, he just is. So from I'm in my 30s now. From my 30 years of experience, I'm going to say this is a no.
Income first. And by the way, that's why they lose it. I'm sure you can think of someone in your life that you know or you follow online that has built something really big and then lost it. And many of those people, I talk to them every day, many of those people can't figure out how to get it back. And they're making decisions in fear-based mentality. And the reason they're making decisions in fear-based mentality is because when they had it before, it was scary because they didn't build the capacity to hold it. And then they lost it, which, by the way, losing it is way more worse than dealing with the capacity. Okay,
way more worse. Anyway, also, let's hear her husband. Are they still together? The world may never know. Let's hear her husband talk shit, shall we?
Nobody that's going places in life, by the way, wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
And you know what? You're right. You're right, Brandon. Thank you for that. What is she talking about? That's a great question. Here's the boxes we have left. Why story? Says something about ChatGPT. Bible verse. Says a word wrong. Shades another MLM. Brings up God and says all the things. 10 seconds behind. It's okay, Carlin. Elon Musk is a great example. Super stable and regulated. It's the ketamine.
Lost it twice. Losing it is way worse than building the capacity. Just, you gotta trust me on that one. Learn from my mistakes.
Okay.
They tried to grow externally without growing internally. If you're constantly chasing income but ignoring your capacity, you, my friend, are the problem. And that's actually really good news. Because if you're the problem, you're also the solution. I talk about this all the time when I talk about radical responsibility. When I first started taking radical responsibility in my life, I felt, at first I was like, whoa, my gosh, everything's my fault.
When is using the word radical ever appropriate? Well, when you're talking about radical left. But other than that, okay, Sweet Creature, thank you for sharing this. Sweet Creature said, as a very soon-to-be PhD student in clinical psychology, all I hear is keep disrespecting your boundaries and ignore your mental health as it deteriorates in hopes you get rich. Well said. She shouldn't be giving anyone mental health advice. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Thanks for sharing that with us, Sweet Creature. And congratulations on your soon-to-be PhD student life. That's very exciting. Are we about to go into toxic positivity now? I mean, we've hit everything else. We might as well. This is the most nonsensical shit I've heard in my life. And I have heard Trump speak.
It felt really empowering to me because if everything's my fault, it means I can fix everything.
Yes. Right, Melissa.
Radical responsibility will change your life.
Radical responsibility.
The fastest way to increase your income is not to chase more tactics. I'm going to say that 500 times till it gets through your head. It's to expand your nervous system's ability to hold more. When your body feels safe at a higher level, you will stop leaking opportunity. You will stop shrinking. You will stop misinterpreting activation as breakdown. And then your income is going to rise up to meet your capacity. If you prepare your body, your identity, and your structure before the income shifts, the income shift will feel normal when it comes. So let's start with the body. You absolutely positively cannot mindset your way out of a dysregulated nervous system. Okay, affirmations aren't going to cut it, babe. If your body is constantly overstimulated, more income is going to feel like danger. It literally will feel like it. And some of you who have never had this happen, And you can argue with me all you want, unless you've never made $200,000, $300,000, or $400,000 a month. If you've never done that, then you can't argue with me, because I have, and I felt this.
You can't argue with me about mental health unless you've made a bunch of money a month. You absolute fucking monster, nasty imbecile. What is she saying? How do I not say mean things about her? How do I not get canceled? Oh my God. This is wow. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm actually gonna mark off the what the fuck face. Because that's currently what I'm feeling. Ooh, this is some shit. This is impressive, Melissa. Oh, my heart rate is high. I don't know how you've done this. Oh, you know what? I think I need to expand my capacity. That's my issue, isn't it? I need to expand my capacity. It's not the horrible bullshit you're spewing that's dangerous. My God, help us all.
It's the same as the feeling. I've never been chased by a bear, but it feels like the same as if I were being chased by a bear. That's how my body literally feels inside. So if your sleep is inconsistent, right? Fix your sleep first. If your sleep is inconsistent, your capacity right now is capped.
Am I dumb, or does this contradict everything she said before? That's a good question. What do y'all think? Well, first off, you're not dumb, but I'm curious what you think.
You have high cortisol plus low sleep equals emotional reactivity. You will never scale in that state.
Wait.
If you want more income, write this down. Protect your sleep like revenue.
Girl, you literally just said we can't argue how something feels because we haven't experienced it, and then you say that? Is this the worst she's ever been? I think so. Expand your capacity to hold bullshit, JJ? I should, shouldn't I? Bear versus man, she would choose the man? Yeah.
Protect your sleep the same way you protect your revenue. Your sleep should be a priority for you. Some practical tips, like no phone 30 minutes before bed, sleep in a dark room.
I bet that sounds really fucking nice. Your sleep should be priority. What about the people who have to work tooth and nail? It's really interesting that you talk about gold on the streets. It's really interesting that you pretty much say anyone can do this. Everyone has this opportunity. When in fact, apparently your pea brain can't understand the idea that, no, Melissa, not everyone does have this opportunity. Why can't people grasp that? I guess when you're so out of touch with the world, you don't have enough intelligence to logic your way through these things. Maybe that's why. Maybe she just can't conceptualize it because, well, she's lacking in something.
Have a consistent sleep window. Prioritize sleep. Make it important to you because it is important, imperative even. You need to reduce artificial stimulation. Guys,
Hey, Mary.
Lean in and pay attention. And some of y'all aren't going to like this, but it's very, very true. Some of you guys are trying to scale on caffeine and adrenaline alone.
You know what, Michaela? That's well said. This just sounds like fancy victim blaming to me. Yeah. Right. I think so too. I think that maybe this idea of eugenics, I do think there's some of it, but I think that's what I meant earlier. I think this like victim blaming idea, yes. Okay. Thank you for putting words to that, because I was trying to figure that out. It does feel that way. Girl, you leave coffee alone. I hate when people tell me to lean in. Yeah. In fact, I don't want to be that close to you. So I won't be leaning in, okay?
That's not capacity. That's borrowed energy. That's not real. That's not ATP in your body. That's not ATP is the energy source in your body, right? It's the currency of your body that makes you do everything. And if you don't have that part right, you can't do much.
What about God, she must have a life. What about, so I have PMDD, premenstrual dysphoric disorder. And during this time, I get extreme fatigue. Extreme fatigue. I am not able to function pretty much in general, but especially when it comes to being awake, nothing helps. Nothing helps. So No, Melissa. No, my ATP or whatever the fuck you're talking about doesn't work well during those times. And you know what? I drink caffeine, I do all of that, but it doesn't help. It's denying or minimizing the many factors in society that also influence who gets to be wealthy and who doesn't. Absolutely, David. That's perfect. What does the currency of your body mean? Yeah. Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell, Melissa. Yes, David, I'm going to read that again. It's denying or minimizing the many factors in society that also influence who gets to be wealthy and who doesn't. Yeah. Yeah. Isn't calories the currency of your body? You know, I do know it's one of them. That's not how I would define ATP, but okay. Do it, sweet creature. Define it for us. I want to know.
Some practical tips. Reduce caffeine during growth phases. No doom scrolling first thing in the morning. No constant notifications. Stimulation is not productivity.
No sex? Did you hear that?
You need to train your body to handle stress. If your body only experiences comfort, it panics under pressure.
Now, who the fuck is only experiencing comfort? Oh, I just had a moment. These boss babes always talk about people being in their comfort zone. If our body only experiences comfort, we as a society, the majority of us don't have enough money to not live paycheck to paycheck. We don't have enough money to take time off when we're sick. We don't have the ability to get supplemental income from something else because all of our time is taken up by one job. We don't have this ability to be comfortable physically, mentally, emotionally, oftentimes, because we are working ourselves to the fucking bone, or we're chronically ill and there's no way to help and we're not able to work. It is infuriating. You know who does experience comfort? Wealthier people. They do oftentimes experience more comfort. Can we call the use of currency as says a wrong word? Says a word wrong, though. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. Because I need another bingo soon. I need her to say all the things. All the things you said, running through my head. Okay. Wasn't that beautiful? Anyway, ATP, adenosine triphosphate, I think. Excess spelling is a primary energy currency for all living things. Google. Yes. Okay, I do remember ATP a bit. Doesn't she give off Kim K vibes? just get off your ass and work. Yes. What did Carlin say? Dare I say wealth is the currency of comfort? Okay. Wait a minute. That's interesting. Hey folks, like the stream. Yes, thank you so much, Tiger Kitten. Yes, please like the stream. I'd greatly appreciate it. Helps the video get out there more. Dare I say wealth is the currency of comfort? Interesting. I would agree. I would need to think on it more to like officially say yes. But I do agree. I've never even thought about that before. Brings up God is so fucking funny, OMG. I need her to do it. I need to mark it off. She said it in her other video you covered. Does that count? Yeah, that counts. At this point, give it. Show me to me, please. Anyone? Give it to me, Rachel. Anyone? Show me to me, please.
I'm going to say that again because you need to hear it. If your body only experiences comfort, it panics under pressure. This is a great lesson for raising children too, by the way.
God.
I'm just gonna digress for 1 second because I can't help it. I just have to. I hope it's okay.
Do it. Digress.
If your children only ever experience comfort, you never let them be the loser. You never let them cry. You never let them skin their knee. You never let them have anything be hard. They will panic under pressure. You will raise weak losers, frankly.
Hold on. Get ready.
You never let them skin their knee. You never let them have anything be hard. They will panic under pressure. You will raise weak losers, frankly. You just will.
Now that is the shit I live for. Can you believe people say that? Oh my God. Here we go.
Nobody that's going places in life, by the way, wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
Loser. Are y'all assembled? If you're a loser, assemble. If you're a diaper division loser, it means you remember. Assemble.
Nobody that's going places in life, by the way, wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
Amen. Oh no, yeah, this is confirmation she is an abusive parent. Thank you all for assembling. I appreciate it. Said by a mom whose kids don't trust her with anything. Oh, so you don't care about your kids. Golly, that was awful parenting advice. I knew she was doing this shit to her kids. I want to follow that up with something smart, but to be honest, I got nothing. Only one banger today. Carlin, I'll take one banger. Y'all, I'm so sorry. I've got to hear that one more time. Can we all agree?
And only ever experience comfort. You never let them be the loser. You never let them cry. You never let them skin their knee. You never let them have anything be hard. They will panic under pressure. You will raise weak losers, frankly.
Michaela said that doesn't mean that you should let your children get seriously injured nor have trauma. Trauma doesn't make you stronger, so please stop forcing that onto your children. Well said. Well said. That was an unexpected turn. In fact, that was our usual Melissa Collins. That was her peeking out. I was like, hey, girl, you're back. No? Okay.
Just will.
What a vile parent. Yeah.
If you want to raise strong adults, you have to let them experience pressure. And so practically, what can you do to do this for yourself? Very simple. Do strength training. Pick things up and put them down 3 times a week. Cold exposure, cold plunges, breath work, longer exhales than inhales. Longer exhales tell your nervous system, it literally communicates to your nervous system, I am safe. If your body cannot stay calm under mild stress, it will not stay calm under financial expansion. The body is the foundation, but the identity is the
Tiger Kitten Melissa Bad Mom Collins is what I'm going to name her in the WWE game. Please do it.
Container. Most people try and change their identity with thoughts. Okay? That's slow, guys. Your identity is not going to change with thoughts. I also like affirmations. I have them on my mirror, have them on my phone. I say them out loud, but that's the slow way. Identity shifts fastest through action. You do not become wealthy by thinking wealthy. You become wealthy by behaving wealthy. And so the reason why books like Think and Grow Rich are brilliant is, yes, it starts with thinking. Okay, we're here thinking now, right now, though. But you need to take some inspired action. You need to start behaving like a wealthy person, and then your brain will believe you. Identity is built through evidence. Your brain believes what you repeatedly demonstrate. If you're constantly doing these affirmations, I am rich, I am wealthy, I am abundant. Let's say those are your 3 wealth affirmations. But then after you're done with that, you go downstairs and you have to, go pay your bills, and you realize that you don't have enough money to pay your electric bill. Your brain is not going to believe you. It knows you're lying. It's not going to believe it's only going to believe what you repeatedly demonstrate, not what you repeat from your mouth. So if you want your nervous system to feel safe at a higher income level, you got to go and give it some evidence. And here's where you separate yourself. Here's where most people separate themselves, because wealthy identity, it's not flashy. Wealthy identity isn't a Louis Vuitton purse. Wealthy identity isn't driving in a Rolls Royce. Okay? It's structured. It's structured, and it's not sexy. Go get your will done. If you don't have a will, your nervous system knows. And 60% of you don't have a will. And why do I know that? Because 60% of Americans do not have a will. It knows that your family isn't structured. When you handle that, something shifts internally.
Michaela said, why does your identity need to change at all? Wealthy people didn't become wealthy by becoming something totally different. They did what they were good at and had some luck. Right. Right.
In your actual physiology, in your nervous system. You stop operating like someone hoping to win, and you start operating like someone who has something to protect. And that is identity.
Oh, is it?
Review your contracts before signing them. When you stop signing blindly, when you verify before committing, you have probably all went and signed contracts blindly. And you might be like, oh no, Melissa, really? Did you sign your contract at the car dealership when you bought your car? Did you have it checked by a lawyer? You sign things blindly, my friends, all the time. But when you verify before committing, you stop behaving like a consumer and you start behaving like an owner.
Yeah, blocks and
that action rewrites your identity.
What?
Protect your identity when you install identity protection, right? So ID Shield is part of Legal Shield. When you install identity.
The way she said all of this to say, join Legal Shield. Oh my God. That's why she's saying to make a will. That's why she's saying all of this stuff. So that you would join Legal Shield. Now I was bamboozled, wasn't I? Now I should have known. That segue broke my neck. I'm the one. Yeah, Salty, you did win that. Finally got the Legal Shield pitch. God damn, Grifting 101. That was one hell of a jump. I swear. Oh, Olympic gold and high jump.
Protection. You're telling your nervous system, I protect what I build. That creates safety, and safety expands capacity. And by the way, I'm just going to digress for another second here because I was reading an article the other day about identity theft and AI. You're going to start seeing it on mainstream news like a lot. There people out there are building AI systems that are built to literally just mass do identity theft. And what you're going to start to see is identity theft at smaller levels. So you won't even notice it for a very long time. So
just raw dog does.
Because if you can do something.
Does mention AI count as ChatGPT? What do y'all think? Y'all want to count the AI mention as ChatGPT?
Little. If you can take $50 from 2 million people, you're better off. You're probably not going to get caught as easy as if you take 50.
Yes. Okay. Counting. I do usually use them hand in hand. I will say that does not give us another bingo, but gives us another box. Why is she doing this to me, Melissa? God, she is so fun to listen to.
$1,000 from 2 people. Does that make sense? Drop a yes if that makes sense. We're in an age where if you do not have a product like ID Shield in your life, you are just making poor decisions.
Right.
Again.
Right. If you don't join my MLM, you're making a poor decision. Thanks, Melissa.
And when you install identity protection, you're telling your nervous system, I protect what I build. And that creates safety. And safety expands capacity. Clean up your business structures if you have a business. Is your LLC structured properly? Have you met with a tax attorney? Put terms and conditions in place. Make sure your refund policies are clear. And have an actual lawyer look at that. When you do that, you move from side hustle chick energy to CEO energy. And your body physically feels it. You're rewriting your identity and your nervous system, the way your nervous system feels around those actions. Using a service like Legal Shield is not about legal help. Most people have got this so wrong. And I've only been here for like 4 months. It's been bugging me the whole time, wanting to talk like this and wanting to help people understand it because most people have it so wrong. It's not about having a lawyer if you go get a speeding ticket. Yeah, you can use it for that. But it's not about just legal help. It's about rehearsing the identity. Listen to this. Hear this.
Hear me deceive you. Hear me deceive.
It's about rehearsing the identity of someone who handles things correctly. and you don't currently live inside that identity, and yet you're trying to become someone who's wealthy or who makes more income. That does not match up. When you have access to legal advice, when you know you can ask before you act, when you stop guessing, you stop operating in a low-level stress space. Every time you act like someone at the next level, your nervous system upgrades. So can you go today and book a private flight to the Bahamas because you want to go down there for 2 days? No, probably not. But there are other ways, like what I'm talking about with Legal Shield, where you can next level your nervous system. You can give yourself a nervous system upgrade, which allows more space.
Her finger in the camera as she scrolls her AI script. Yes. Hear ye, deliver from the mattress king.
And capacity for income to come to you. Because whether you realize it or not, if you're working towards something to get yourself to that next income level and it's not coming, it's because of capacity. You are absolutely the problem. You are repelling it. And when you really get this, when you finally get it and you start taking inspired action, I'm telling you, it is literally like floodgates opening up.
Oh, really?
If you wait until you're making more money to clean things up.
You know, she's kind of connecting this, saying like Legal Shield's going to make you wealthy. I mean, obviously she's trying to say that, but like really brought us a 180. Like we were talking about psychology, your brain, all that therapy speak. Now it's Legal Shield and wealth.
You will subconsciously cap your income. That's what most of you are doing right now because your identity isn't aligned yet.
That's funny. Now, y'all, I really don't want to listen anymore. I really don't.
And here's the layer that most people completely ignore. They really
ignore says a word wrong. We would have marked it off then if we hadn't already marked it off.
Think that mindset is enough, and it's not. Your nervous system feels safest when your life has structure. Structure reduces background stress. And background stress, what is all of you have in your life right now?
We hit 20 wealthy. Yeah, we can mark off a free box. Just increase your capacity, JJ. David, I have 2 brain cells and both of them are out of commission currently. We hit 20 wealthy. Yes, we can absolutely mark off a free box. Which one? I do miss her rambling about her systems at lab, though. Me too. Same. This is way, way worse than anything she's ever done when it comes to like everything. My ADHD helped by not letting me stop counting. Perfect, JJ. You just the brain cells expansion pack. Oh, I'm supposed to download it. Download more brain cells. All the things. Okay. Bible verse: 2 brain cells fighting for 3rd place. Right. All gives a bingo. Bible verse gives a bingo also. But all gives 2 bingos. Okay. All gives 2 bingos. Bum, ba, 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 ba. Hear ye. What is going on? Why do I keep saying that? Now we got 2 bingos. Oh, well, it's not straight. Well, it's gay, naturally, but it's a little straight. There's a line, but a gay line will do. Okie dokie. We have officially gotten our next bingo. Where are we? JJ, get there. Thank you. Well done, everybody. A little brings up God gives us 2 bingos. Well, they all kind of, that one or the says all the things gives us 2 bingos. So I think either way it's fine.
Quietly caps your income. You might not consciously think about this, but your nervous system tracks unresolved risk, unclear guardianship, unclear legal exposure, unclear rights, unclear protection, unfinished paperwork. That is silent stress in the background. It's background noise. And silent stress lowers capacity, and it is absolutely capping your income.
Okay.
So
What?
let's make this simple. If something happened to you tonight, is your family protected? Just breathe that in for a minute.
She's like, here, let me make you think you're gonna fucking die so you'll buy my MLM shit. What?
If you have a family, you have children, if CPS showed up at your house tonight at 11 p.m., is your family protected? Can you put a lawyer on the phone within 90 seconds? Yes or no? If someone disputed something tomorrow, would you know what to do? If you signed a contract this week, did you actually understand it? And if not, did you have a lawyer review it? When you don't have answers to those questions, which if you're being honest with yourself, most of you on this call do not have answers to those questions. Your nervous system knows that. It may not scream, but it hums in the background. When your brain is tracking unresolved risk, it does not feel safe expanding, because expansion increases exposure, and exposure increases perceived risk. If you want more income, you first must reduce unnecessary risk.
Right, Teal.
Having access.
All right, here's the deal. I'm so fucking done with that. I can't keep listening to her say that. She goes from making no sense at all to trying to scare the hell out of people. It's true. It's true. Let's listen to her husband, maybe, one more time.
Nobody that's going places in life, by the
By
way,
the way.
wants to be around some negative, dull, disillusioned, thumb-sucking, whiny, crybaby, diaper division loser.
You know what? Yeah. And by the way, if you tell your kids to not be losers, maybe you're the loser, Melissa. Maybe it's you. Maybe it's not your kid. Maybe it's you. Thank you so much for being. Yes, send us out strong, right? Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to like it. I appreciate it. It pushes it out. Also, go watch my recent video. It's better. It's a better Melissa video. It's fun. It's good. She's a predator of sorts. Yeah. Of her own kind. And I'm preparing the next video. So I'll see y'all later. Fuck ice and stay safe. Bye.